what I'm talking about here is that seamless type supply chains, which means there's no silos. So the idea of seamless is there's no silos, which then suggests there's no duplication, and people are trusting from one department to another, which is a challenging concept, but certainly one that's becoming more common, and I think will become more common over the next 5 to 10 to 20 years. The other aspect is it's collaborative both within your business, so that means you're getting on with people in other departments, but also starting to collaborate with those external parties which offer strategic value to you. So that could be suppliers and other stakeholders, and so for example it could be raw material suppliers, it could also be 3PLs like Linfox, Toll and the like out there, which I'm working on at the moment with Dulux Group. And so the idea with these supply chains will be that they'll be driven by a high performing, and one definition of high performing is emotionally intelligent. The idea is that everybody probably gets their job because their resume and their IQ has a lot to do with that, their intellectual capacity. But these high performing supply chains and teams are actually driven by emotionally intelligent people. So one part of my work is developing up emotional intelligence and building bridges for people from where they are to what they can be, and thankfully emotional intelligence is something people develop as they move forward in their career. Surprisingly, it can peak early on in your life, which is about 28, but then it can continue to develop. So the whole theme behind seamless is the idea of interdependency. So rather than independence, which is predominantly the driver of most in organisational life, this is saying that supply chains run across departments rather than down departments. Organisations are structured vertically, but they actually operate horizontally. So as a leader, you need to develop both those skills in the vertical, so positional, but also horizontal leadership, which is about how you manage different interfaces across the business. So that's the big picture. I've broken that up into some 3 areas, and today's about this first one, which is understanding the past and the present supply chain, looking at it from adversarial and fear-based, looking at concepts like independence to interdependence, so from me to we, and then sort of mapping the path to the future so you have something to take away with today. So the second webinar that I'm doing is about building specifically high performance teams and talking about emotional intelligence. And then the third one is about partnering with the third party logistics provider, and it's using the global supply chain forums partnering model, which identifies strategic value of why you would partner and what sort of partnership you'd want with another organisation, and then being able to build those components together so it delivers the value that's been promised. So that gives you a snapshot of the 3